The Las Vegas Raiders take on the Pittsburgh Steelers this week. The Steelers are 5.5-point favorites. This is a difficult one for me because what a win that was last night for the Raiders. That was an incredible performance from them, coming back in overtime, the fumble and everything. Carr had an exceptional game, 435 yards, 2 touchdowns, and being down 14-0 to come back against Baltimore, one of the best games we've seen in the last few years. Already contender for Game of the Year 1 week in. The Steelers, it took them a while to get going. The Steelers also, big comeback last week. They looked completely dead for 2 quarters, and then they were able to figure it out. The defense came through. TJ Watt earning his money in the first game of the season. He had the block punt. Did a great job there for the Steelers there, upsetting the Bills. I thought about it here, and I still think the Steelers are going to win this game because I think there's a lot of talent there. The Steelers defense is excellent. And of course, you got Ben, who I think will eventually turn around, I like to think. But my big problem here is that I think the Raiders are going to cover the spread here. I think 5.5 is a big number. I think the Steelers' offensive line is really bad. There's 2 rookies on there, in their on the line. They were terrible last week in the first half of that. Najee Harris only averaged 1 yard a carry. Wildesberger got sacked twice in the first half. In the second half, they got better, but I'm still concerned about them. And the Raiders' defensive line is much improved. You had Matt Crosby with 2 sacks last night. The Raiders' defense really looks like they've stepped it up here, and I think that they're going to cover the spread here. I don't think they're going to win the game. They might lose by 2 or 3, but I can really see this being a Steelers Raiders, obviously classic old school rivalry. I can see this game being close. I can see this game being competitive. I can see Carr making a couple big plays late, or to keep it close. In the end, I still think Pittsburgh wins, but 5.5 is a big number. Raiders coming off a huge win. I think they carry that momentum at least a little bit here. But I think the Steelers eventually pull away with Watt and everybody there on the offensive side. Steelers win, but it's a close game. Raiders cover. I think the Raiders pass rush gets to the Steelers offensive line. Give me the Raiders plus 5.5.